second one. Otherwise, well, no, the second one. No, the second one's got to go to the camera. We'll worry about that tomorrow.
Yeah, my bad. I'll be right here with you. I just, in case, so that you'll go ahead and clear.
Let's win 2 and drink some beers tonight.
Do I now? Just in case I have
Win 2 and drink some beers tonight.
I got a high school basketball game tonight that girls, one of my son's baseball coach's daughters playing. Friend of ours.
What do you have to go to school for to do stuff like that?
It's communication major.
Oh, is that it?
I said, yeah, but if you wanted to do it, man, I mean,
I would love doing that.
Well, so that's what I'm saying is, the
Brian, can I see the visiting lineup?
Christian just let me know last year that he wanted to do
I can wait just a minute if you need it.
I
can wait just a minute if you need it.
Radio station. They use him for radio.
Yeah. I like talking about sports.
Yeah.
I like when I was younger, I've always wanted to do like when you look at like Sports Center.
You're a communication major and do it.
I've already changed my major one time. I don't think I can do it again.
What?
I've already changed my major once. I don't think I can do it again.
Yeah, no. What is your major now?
Physical education.
Okay, good. That's a good one. But you don't have to major in this to do it.
Okay. I've always wanted to like.
Oh, you want me to work?
No. Get out of here.
Work.
You want to do this?
I can't work the whole
So I'm asking that second mic.
You got what?
We gotta clean up for baseball alumni because of their programs can't do it themselves.
I'm sorry. We do everything for you guys too, but it's okay.
What do you do?
I can't name it on top of my head, but we do stuff.
Nothing. Exactly.
Don't start with that.
Hey, when our alumni weekend comes around, all you.
That's fine. I hope it's about 85 degrees out. Yeah, but I just talk for sports. And
So what you do once you graduate, you're gonna be a coach or something like
That's
that.
what I wanted to do.
That. Then find whatever the local college is and volunteer to do it. Next thing you know, that's how you do it. You gotta cut your teeth doing this. Like I volunteer to do this.
Yeah.
And then they say, well, we gotta pay you something. I said, well, what do you mean pay me? I'm just gonna donate back to college. That's what I do.
I've thought about like being done after this year because I'm just getting tired and I'm ready to start going in my real life.
Yeah.
So I don't know. And the thing is, I have a girlfriend back at home. And I know
You got a what now?
A girlfriend back at home.
Yeah.
And I know that she won't want to come down here and like actually start a life down here. So I'm more likely to have to look back at home.
Well,
I don't know.
I play. If I were
Once
you, I'd
again,
play as
good
long as they let me
afternoon,
play,
ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to beautiful Hurricane Field on the campus of Georgia State University.
What you're going to be thinking when you're 45, 50 years old.
Cold opening weekend between the visiting North Georgia Nighthawks and your GSW Hurricanes. It's alumni weekend here in Americus, Georgia, with first pitch temperatures being right at 61 degrees. The sunset this evening will be at 6:38 p.m. So right about the midway point for Game 2 here today. For any visitors here with us, bathrooms are located just on the other side of the street, right next to the brand new state-of-the-art hitting facility. For anyone looking to conquer their hunger here today, feel free to come visit the concession stand behind you for some snacks, candy, drinks, and of course Miss Deborah's favorite pound cake. There's also a Chick-fil-A located just beyond the right field fence. Let's meet the starting lineups for today's game, starting with the visiting Nighthawks.
Get exposed.
Like when I go out, we do dirt roads and everything like that. Oh,
Leading off,
I don't have any fun, but I'm gonna live down here.
Yeah.
But then everything else.
Batting second, playing right field, number 5, Tim Conway. Batting third and catching, number 24, Andres Perez. Batting fourth, playing second base, number 28, Bill Leroy. Batting fifth, playing left field, number 30, Brady Eels. Batting sixth, playing first base, number 15, Jake Arnold. Batting seventh and DHing, number 39, Nick Levensteins. Batting eighth, playing third base, number 17, Will Hardigree. And batting ninth, playing shortstop, number 6, Jake Howard. On the mound for the Nighthawks today, number 16, Parker Morrison.
Hey, don't forget to mention they got programs at the step.
Where at?
Miss Deborah's tent programs.
If you would like a program of today's game, come visit Miss Deborah's tent at the concession stand, and she will be happy to hand you a roster of today's game.
I'd at least stay for like half a game.
For what? Other than go to school here?
Honestly, they don't care. Oh, hell. Sip on a little beer while I'm doing this. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, there were a couple of alums asking for some more. They could buy hats and stuff, and I said, the only thing I know. Yeah, because they were asking us. You remember? Yeah, so, yeah, good.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I could direct your attention to the field. Throwing out today's first pitch is Dane Shepard. Dane was a member of the 1999 GSW baseball
I
team.
didn't play here. He graduated high school, my sister. I met him this morning.
Mr. Dane, the stage is all yours. Let's see what the cannon has left in store.
I went to West Georgia. So, since I live in this community and everything.
Let's give one more round of applause for Dane and all of our GSW baseball alumni.
How does a girl like that go with a guy like that?
You never know.
He's gotta have money or something.
Maybe just like me. I was good at spitting the game back in the day.
At this time, we ask you that you please rise, remove your caps, and face the flag located beyond the center field wall as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
couple years ago. All out there.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
That must be cool.
I'll probably be out there.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. Tell my job I'm gonna have to miss a couple days, take a flight, come down here.
That's right. All of a sudden, all the friends go back home and try to explain to them what it's like down here. You say, you want to come see it?
Yeah, exactly. I told a couple of my buddies, I said, you got to come down. Come down one time.
And now, let's meet the starting lineups for your GSW Hurricanes. Leading off, playing left field, a sophomore from Americus, Georgia, number 9, Reed Ragsdale. Batting second, playing center field, a senior from Irwinville, Georgia, number 20, Jonathan Martin. Batting third, playing first base, a junior from Devonport, New Jersey, number 22, Anthony Angelino. Batting fourth and catching, a sophomore from Gainesville, Georgia, number 35, Greg Wozniak.
My freshman year, we
batting fifth, playing second base, a freshman from Gainesville, Georgia, number 29, Miles Hartsfield. Batting sixth, playing shortstop, a sophomore from McDonough, Georgia, number 7, Matthew Mamadis.
Me and the coach got into it, so I was like, I'm done.
Batting seventh and DHing, a sophomore from Lakeland, Florida, number 34, Grant Sundin. Batting eighth, playing third base, a junior from Forsyth, Georgia, number 1, Tyler Skelton. Batting ninth, playing right field, a junior from Adele, Georgia, number 3, Gunnar George. And on the mound for the Hurricanes, making his third appearance of the 2021 campaign with a 1-0 record, a redshirt senior from Fort Walton Beach, Florida, number 4, Tucker Smith.
When I pitched against him the second time, I didn't hear a single word after we won. I was like, and then we played him in the region, and we beat him 21-1.
Oh wow!
Yeah, we played in the region tournament and beat them, and we won the region. We went to the national tournament, number 1 seed overall. We lost them in the national championship.
Oh my gosh!
Yep.
Oh my gosh! All right, tell me when I'm ready. When am I ready? Ready now?
Ladies and gentlemen, you are looking live in Americus, Georgia, as our Georgia Southwestern Hurricanes face off against the North Georgia University Saints. Cruz Taylor takes strike 1. Tucker Smith delivers quickly, gets him on an 0-2 count after that foul ball. I apologize to everybody. I'm Scott Westbrook. Our A-team, Christian Griffin, is sitting beside me and will be picking up a good bit today, doing some of the game, but I'm coming in here trying to help out wherever I can. Ryan Young will be here in a little bit. Maybe get him on the mic some also. Good 0-2 pitch, low and inside, ball 1. Wind blowing heartily today from left to right. Line drive, first baseman Angelino snags that one for out number 1.
Now batting right fielder number 5, Tim Conway.
North Georgia right fielder Tim Conway, no relation to the comedian, steps in there to face Tucker Smith. Takes strike 1. You may notice it's a beautiful day here in Americus, Georgia. Lots of alum baseball and alums from the university here today. If anybody's in the general area, you may want to come down. Admission is free today. High fly ball, right field. That one go out, Christian. Home run. Makes the score 1-0. Tim Conway just kept going out. Maybe the wind helped that one. So North Georgia jumps on top early. Top of the first, 1-0.
Now Now batting catcher number 24, Andres Perez.
Andres Perez, the catcher, number 24, stands in there. Tucker Smith delivers. Wozniak catches it, fires back. Ball number 1. Yeah, don't let the beautiful weather fool you. It is a bit chilly out here. My wife, as I left this morning, she said, "Aren't you going to wear a jacket?" I was like, "No, it's going to be a nice day." She relished when I called her a little bit ago and said, "Why don't you bring a coat when you come down here for me?" She said she thought I was joking when I said I was going to bring a jacket. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Canes are down 1-0 thanks to a Tim Conway home run over the right field fence. Perez swings, strike number 2. Strike 3. Perez will go back to the dugout. Swinging on for out number 2.
Now batting second baseman number 28, Bill Leroy.
Bill Leroy, second baseman for the Saints. Hits a chopper foul. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Tucker Smith, in true Tucker Smith form, delivers quickly, gets the hitters down on the count. Inside corner for strike number 3. We'll go down looking. 3 outs, but 1 run. Canes coming up. Hopefully can even it up and go ahead in the bottom of the first on the Kane Sports Network.
Leading off the home half of the first inning, left fielder number 9, Reed Ragsdale.
Pride of Sly County High School, Reed Ragsdale, steps in there. Leadoff for our Hurricanes. Pitching Parker Morrison for the Saints. Ragsdale, pretty fleet of foot if we can get him on base. Swung at strike 1. Foul ball, 0-2. Ragsdale batting left-handed. Swing and a miss, strike 3 for the first out on the bottom half of the first inning for the Canes.
Now batting center fielder number 20, Jonathan Martin.
Jonathan Martin from Irwin County High School stands in there. He's playing center field this season. Jamar also pretty speedy if we can get him on the base pads. Ball 1.
It'd be nice if the wind's going this way.
Creates like a funnel.
Yeah.
Come on, Jamar.
Shortstop fading him towards center of the field. One ball, 2 strike. Jamar took that second strike. Looked a little inside. Jamar, I believe that ball is out of here. It evens it all up at 1. Jamar tattoos one up into the net. Probably, I'm going to say 30 feet in the air. It hit up on the net for a home run. There was no doubt as soon as that one left the bat. The first home run hit by North Georgia, we weren't exactly sure that one was going to get out. It was helped by the wind, but if anything, that wind for Jamar's, it may have helped a little bit, but we didn't need the wind on that one. So we knotted up at 1, bottom of the inning.
Now batting first baseman number 22.
Thanks to a solo shot by each team's number 2 batter. Canes' first baseman, Anthony Angelino. 0-1 against Morrison. A drop for a base hit. Line drive to left field. Angelino takes a big turn because the left fielder wasn't exactly charging that ball.
Now batting catcher number 35, Greg Wozniak.
Our catcher, Greg Wozniak, stands in there. Runner on base. Canes got 2 hits in the bottom of the first inning. Maybe shaking Morrison up just a little bit. Morrison looks over to first. Angelino's still there. Angelino down takes his lead. Morrison checks him again and fires. 0-1. Canes catcher takes ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. We got some of the younger baseball alum in the left field, back behind the left field fence, who sitting in the truck beds. Mr. Morrison shows us his pickoff move. Angelino gets back. Angelino gets his lead. Perez springs up, gets ready. Wozniak happens at his eyeballs for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner at first. Score knotted up at 1. Thanks to 2 solo shots by second batter for each team. Mr. Morrison's got a fair pickoff move. I'm not sure if he thinks Angelino may can steal or if he just wants to keep him close. So I think it's probably the latter. Swing and a miss makes it 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. For out number 2, runner remains at first. Miles Hartsfield approaches the plate, gets ready to face Mr. Morrison.
Now batting second baseman number 29, Miles Hartsfield.
Miles Hartsfield, a freshman from Gainesville, Georgia, played at North Forsyth High School. Batting left-handed. Morrison showing his above-average pickoff move. Dirtying up Mr. Angelino's uniform. Line drive. Opposite field hit. We got runners at first and second. 2-out rally.
Where was that they said that? Yeah.
Matthew Mamadas, number 7, our shortstop, comes in.
Now batting shortstop number 7, Matthew Mamadas.
Preparing to do additional damage, maybe breaking the tie here. Amadas takes strike 1. Wind continues to gust here. Now blowing in from center field. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Brent Sundin on deck. Tyler Skelton in the hole. We need Matthew Mamadas to do something so we can see them this inning. Up the middle. Shortstop fields it. Steps on the bag for out number 3, but not before we tied it up with a solo shot. Thanks to Jamar. Scores 1-1 as we go to the top of the second on the Kane Sports Network.
Brady Eels.
Leading off the top of the second inning, left fielder number 30, Brady Eels.
Number 30, Brady Eels from Dallas, Georgia, and Alatoona High School. Left fielder. One ball, no strikes. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tucker Smith continues to deliver quickly. Eels was either going to bunt or one of those little slap things they do in a softball. Not exactly sure what that was, but strike 2, 2 balls, 2 strikes. High fly ball. Mamadas slaps his thigh once with his glove and catches it for out number 1.
Now batting first baseman number 15, Jake Arnold.
Jake Arnold, number 15, steps in there. Mr. Arnold, above average height. Jake Arnold is a redshirt junior infielder from LaGrange, Georgia. Right back to the Smith. Gets through his legs. Fielded by Hartsfield to Angelino for out number 2.
Now batting designated hitter number 39, Nick Levenstein.
DH Nick Levenstein, left-hander, stands in there. Face Tucker Smith. Levenstein's a sophomore infielder from Arvada, Colorado. He's probably a little more accustomed to playing this cool weather than lots of these southern kids. Levenstein's bat's close to the plate. Toes on the inside line of the batter's box. Fouls it away again. 0-2 in there fighting. Tucker Smith. 0-2 pitch, low. Another foul ball by Levenstein's. Just past the North Georgia dugout. A lot of you can still hear the wind gusting here. It's dead in center field, but in our little wind tunnel of a scorer's area here, it's gusting fairly well. High fly ball, center field. Jamar under it, calls it, takes it for out number 3. No damage done in the top of the first, top of the second. We're going to the bottom of the second. Good guys coming up to bat on the Kane Sports Network. Ball players who graduated high school with my sister. Milton High School, 1969. Alpharetta, Georgia. Sundin, it's a line drive. Drops in front of a stalled out center fielder. Sundin, we got a leadoff batter. On base.
Third baseman number 1, Tyler Skelton.
Tyler Skelton stands in there, third baseman. Hopefully can keep this keep this going, keep these runners on base. So we're going to have to score some runs to beat this North Georgia team because they are got some good bats on this other side of the field. Skelton takes strike one. Skelton, pride of Mary Persons High School, Forsyth, Georgia. Skelton 0-2. No outs. Runner at first. Parker Morrison, pitcher, 6 foot, 200 pounds, out of Cumming, Georgia, Forsyth Central. Gets ready to deliver. High and away. A lot of Forsyth County and Gwinnett County kids in this lineup for North Georgia. Of course, you would almost expect that right there in the general area where North Georgia's got some pretty fertile recruiting ground in the Atlanta area. Ryan Young steps in here, getting ready to take the mic a little bit later in the game. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no out. Runner at first. Cold day. Wind gently blowing from left to right now. Morrison has shown the ability. Oh, that's right up the middle for a base hit. Under the legs of the pitcher. Past the second baseman into center field. We got runners at first and second, no outs.
Now batting, right fielder number 3, Gunner George.
Gunner George out of Cook County High School. Gunner known to have above average speed himself. Going to have a meeting at the mound. Discuss how they're going to handle the Canes power hitter Gunner George. So we'll take a quick break while they have a meeting at the mound on the Canes Sports Network. We're in the press box. We're guessing Gunner George, and he's squaring the bunt. Sure as the world. You know, pulls it back. Takes strike one. Pitcher came up to cover. Third baseman stood on third, so banking on maybe throwing it to third. First baseman creeps in. Second baseman pops it up in the foul territory. So we got 0-2. Runners at first and second, no out. I would be very much surprised if they continue to try to bunt in this situation. Gunner George stands in there, takes his practice swings, looks down at Morrison. Morrison takes the sign from Perez, and we're gonna bunt again. Pulls it back. High and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I said Gunner George known to have some pretty quick feet and legs, so he's one that, you kind of is not a stranger to bunting to try to get on base, but this is to try to move the runners forward so the top of our lineup can come in there and hopefully do some damage. Wind blowing straight from center field right now. That's foul, strike 3. Reed Ragsdale, leadoff batter, comes in. Runners at first and second. 1 out. I believe Mr. Ragsdale last year played at Andrew College. I know he's a member of one, probably 2 state championship teams out of Sly County. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runners at first and second. Score tied at 1. Our Canes have been really swinging the bat well these first 2 innings. Already have 5 hits, so 1 run is from Jonathan Martin's rocket shot over the right field fence into the net. North Georgia also had a solo shot in the top of the first. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Mr. Ragsdale. Swing and a miss, strike 3 for out number 2.
Now batting center fielder number 20, Jonathan Martin.
Damage is to be done in this inning. It may fall in the lap of Mr. Jonathan Martin, who hit a mammoth home run over the right field fence last time he was at bat. And I know Mr. Morrison remembers that one, so I don't know that he'll give him too much of an opportunity to do that again, but we'll see. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. So, top 2 batters of this inning got on base. Runners at first and second. And Gunnar George got rung up on a bunt foul for out number 1. And Mr. Ragsdale swing and miss for strike 3 for out number 2.
Yeah, DC, let's just say, thank God you're doing that, and I'm not.
2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Morrison looks back.
Get through. Go,
J. Moore hits a hot shot to the first baseman, who didn't field it cleanly, but got up and got the handle in time to get out number 3. So our Canes leave 2 on base. We go to the top of the 3rd, all tied at 1 on the Canes Sports Network. Will Hardegree steps in there to lead off the top of the third inning for the Saints.
What's up?
Hardegree, transfer from USC Upstate, grew up in Auburn, Georgia, just outside of Athens. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tucker Smith delivers Hardegree. Hardegree steps out, tightens the strap on his bat and gloves, takes a couple more swings, walks in there. One ball, 2 strikes. Hardegree watches ball 2 on a close pitch outside. Foul ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Just saying he's a little soft. If we could turn him up a little bit.
Do they not have the camera out there?
No, the lawn blower people. He's right over it.
Nice.
Full count. Hardegree gets ready. Facing Tucker Smith. Tries to fool the umpire into thinking it was ball 4. The reality is the umpire rung him up, sent him out to the dugout with watching his 3rd strike go by. So the leadoff batter finds a seat back in the dugout.
Jake Howard.
Oh, I don't know.
Jake Howard stands in there. Going to face Tucker Smith. Tucker Smith gets ready. Delivers. Hit high in the air. Center fielder Jamar calls everybody off and takes it for out number 2.
Now batting center fielder number 22, Cruz Taylor.
Cruz Taylor, center fielder, leadoff batter for North Georgia. Digs in, taps the plate. No runners on, 2 outs. Just exactly how you want to face the leadoff batter. Ball 1 bounces in front of Wozniak. He lets it go to the wall. No damage done with nobody on base. One ball, no strikes. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tucker Smith looks as if he has not missed anything this year as far as from last year and the previous year. Continues to be consistently good. 2 balls, 1 strike. Wind gust again, this time from left to right. Got the GISA State Championship basketball tournament going on in the Storm Dome behind the right field fence. I'll be over there at about 5 or 6 o'clock tonight as the Southland girls take on the Westfield girls. Hoping for Mr. Ty Kinslow can get a state championship for the Southland girls. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll wrap us up, ladies and gentlemen, for the top of the 3rd inning. Go to the bottom of the 3rd, see if our Canes can light up this scoreboard on the Canes Sports Network.
We would like to continue the list of names thanking in honor of the GSW Locker Campaign. Mike and Jody Leader, Rob and Angela Fletcher in honor of Early Cutter Gamage and Rob Fletcher, Ryan Young, Scott and Michelle Westbrook, Steven Snyder, Stephen and Brandy Snell, Steve Yank Engstrom, the GSW Kappa Sigma Fraternity, the Letterman's Club in honor of Coach Godfrey Knight, Wes Shiver, Will and Brooke Peterson, Dr. and Mrs. Dan Grail, Doug Vines, William Bailey, Michael Smith, Dr. and Mrs. Billy Mix, and Donnie Wall. We would like to thank all of these names for their contribution and betterment of GSW baseball. Once again, if you are interested in sponsoring the Hurricane Blocker campaign, please come up to the PA tent for more details.
You know if y'all are going to stream the game tomorrow? Because it will be, just not to say it on the skit. Like last night it did say it was streaming today, but now it is. So tomorrow it is definitely streaming. Great.
Who's leading Blockers last now? Was J-Mar last now?
Yeah, well, he was. Yeah, he was.
Leading off the bottom of the third inning, first baseman number 22, Anthony Angelino.
Anthony Angelino stands lead us off in the bottom of the third inning. Parker Morrison continues to pitch. Strike one. Delayed strike call by the umpire for 0-2 count. Angelino stays in there fighting, still 0-2. Perez looks to the dugout to get the sign from the coach. Relays it to Morrison. Morrison gets ready to deliver. One hops it in. Ball. The ball hit about a foot in front of the plate. Perez stopped it. Morrison gets a sign for Perez on the 1-2 count. Ground ball. Past the outstretched arm of the third baseman, Hardigree, into left field. So the Canes have the leadoff batter again on base. That's the sixth hit of the game for the Hurricanes. One run to show for it, thanks to J-Mar's solo shot in the first inning.
Catcher number 35, Greg Wozniak.
Greg Wozniak stands in there. Runner on base. Takes his two practice swings outside the batter's box. Deep breath, looks at the bat, taps the plate, and is ready to go. Marcin Perez had already decided on the pitch, and here it goes. Low and away, Perez keeps it from going to the wall. Temperature slowly rising out here, but wind still gusts from time to time. 2 balls, no strikes. Wozniak looks down and gets a sign from Coach McDonald. Perez relays his sign to Morrison. Morrison looks over to the Angelino. Swing and a miss for strike one, 2 balls and 1 strike. Miles Hartsfield on deck. Good crowd out here today. North Georgia brought a good many fans with them, and that's people who brought their dogs out here. It's a bright day, bright chilly day. Good day for flying. Three balls, 1 strike. Wozniak has worked Mr. Morrison pretty high pitch count. And this at bat.
Is it cool if I do it after the in between innings? Okay.
Gets away from Perez. Perez jogs back before Angelino can round second. Gets the ball and fires it back. But hey, we got a walk. Runners at first and second again, nobody out. Let's see if the Canes can capitalize this inning. We found ourselves in this position
Now batting, second
in the bottom of the second.
Miles Hartsfield.
Maybe Mr. Hartsfield can cash in right here.
I will bet everything that Miles will be done.
Been wagering up here in whether he'll bunt or not. Laid off that high pitch at his eyeballs. One ball, no strikes, no outs. Runners at first and second. Wind blowing in slightly from center field. Hartsfield takes strike one. Foul. One ball, two strikes. Miles Hartsfield, 5'9", 168. Pounder from Gainesville High School. I'm sorry, Gainesville, Georgia, Northside High School.
They didn't do much right when they were here, so I wouldn't have expected them to sign up. That's right. That's right.
Oh, dude, that's close. No, that's close to a ball. You have to have your momentum going that way, too.
Morrison fakes a move back to second. Line drive. Center fielder was playing in, though. The center fielder was playing in on that one and caught it in the air and fired to second. Caught Angelino leaning for out number 2. So double play in the books. Line drive, fired out, and got him out at second. So we've got 2 outs now, runner at first. Matthew Mamata stands in there. Would have normally been a hit, but the center fielder was playing in a little bit. I don't know if he was doing that because of the wind or scouting report, but he was playing shallow on that swing of the bat. Matthew Mamadas, veteran Hurricane, called his name for several seasons. You can depend on him for a clutch hit. High fly ball. Center fielder takes about 10, 15 steps back, catches it just a few feet from the wall for out number 3. So no damage done this inning by the Hurricanes. So we're going to the top of the 4th, still tied at 1 on the Canes Sports Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to let you know that the tailgate top of the fourth inning, right fielder number 5, Tim Conway.
Tim Conway steps in there to bat for the Nighthawks.
Shout about next half inning. Is Coach Coombs here?
Tim Conway.
Really? Okay.
Loved him in the Carol Burnett show. These young guys up here looking at me like I'm crazy. One ball, one strike to Mr. Conway. Tim Conway, red shirt freshman from Decatur, Georgia. Sounds like I'm in a wind tunnel up here. His headset. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Or Mr. Conway. Foul ball. Andres Perez on deck. Gives Mr. Conway his bat. Mr. Conway gets ready to step in there to face Tucker Smith with a 2-2 count. Makes the count full. Wozniak held that one out there for a minute and talked to the umpire and asked him what made that pitch a ball. That was low and away, no question on that one for ball number 4. So Andres Perez steps in there to face Tucker Smith.
Catcher number 24, Andres Perez.
Andres Perez, 6'7", 260. It's pretty big for a catcher. It's pretty good, big for any baseball player, really. But out of Duluth, Georgia, Pinecrest Academy. I think we're going to cancel the pickup basketball game for after the baseball game, unless I can have Mr. Perez on my team. Tucker Smith keeps Mr. Conway honest at first. Eddie Perez's son, as we were just saying, for the Braves. So I think I'm wondering, when your dad is Eddie Perez and your son is going to be a college catcher, I wonder if he, growing up, listened to pointers from his dad any better than my son listens to them from me. Because I can say the same thing 10,000 times, but if somebody else says it, it's, you know, a pearl of wisdom that apparently I. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I wonder if you're the son of a major league ball player, if you give any more weight to your father's instruction to somebody. I would hope so, but you know, what I know about teenage boys, I would probably say no. Perez takes that pitch as a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. No outs. Runner at first. Tucker Smith still in there. Top of the 4th. Two balls, 2 strikes. Perez checked his swing on that one. Probably in retrospect wishes he would have swung all the way around on it. High fly ball, right field. Second baseman. Ooh. Hartsfield and Gunnar George both over there, almost collided right in front of the bullpen mound, but out of reach for both of them. Two balls, two strikes, no outs, runner at first. 6'7" catcher, son of a major leaguer, stands in there ready to face Tucker Smith. Gets away from Wozniak. Conway gets to second on that pitch. So we got runner at second, nobody out. Perez stands in there with a full count. Conway's at second. He's the one that hit the home run solo shot that gave the Nighthawks their only run of the game and their only hit so far. Perez trots to first after a borderline ball 4 call.
Now batting, second baseman number 28, Bill Leroy.
Second baseman Leroy stands in there. Runners at first and second, nobody out. Our Hurricanes have been for the last 2 innings. Had no runs to show for it either time. Hopefully we can do the same for the Nighthawks. Bill Leroy, senior from Dublin, Georgia, played at West Lawrence. He was squaring the bunt, and Tucker Smith gave a little pick-off move to get Conway back to second base. Leroy, 5'10", 185-pound senior. Pulls it back, ball 1. Tucker Smith gets the sign from Wozniak. Bunts it. Skelton fields it. Throws it to Hartsfield. Runners advance, so 1 out. We got runners at second and third for the for the Nighthawks.
Now batting, left fielder number 30, Brady Eels.
Brady Eels, the left fielder, steps in there to face Tucker Smith with runners at 2 runners in scoring position. Hot shot back to first for the out, but Tim Conway slides in for the second run of the game, favoring his right buttock.
Now batting, first baseman number 15, Jake Arnold.
Jake Arnold, number 15, stands in there. Perez 90 feet away from the Nighthawks' third run of the game. Right now we're down 2-1 in the top of the 4th. 2 outs, runner at third. No count. 0-0. 0-1. Tucker works from ahead in the count. Foul ball. Heads. Somebody back there on a cell phone. Almost.
Called a balk on Tucker.
There was a balk that was called on Tucker Smith, which scored the third run of the game.
Couldn't see it.
Well, I was looking where the foul ball was going, then I see Perez jogging into the dugout. And so that's what we've determined.
No pitch.
Oh, it was no pitch. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it was no pitch. Okay, then. Yeah. 0-1. 0-2. We thought there was a balk earlier in the game against the Nighthawks on that pickoff move to second. So I don't know if the umpires decide to start watching it closer. Strike 3, but not before 2 runs scored. And the Nighthawks go up on our Hurricanes in the top of the 4th. The score is 3-1. Hurricanes coming up to bat. 2 strikes to Mr. Ragsdale. Reed's parents here in the stands today. So I got to chat with him a little bit before the game. Wind continues to gust in my face with no jacket on. Mr. Morrison testing out his pickoff move. Gunner George dirties his uniform, gets back. Gunner George swipes the bag. 6'7" Andres Perez comes up firing, goes over the head of the shortstop into center field. So with a 2-2 count with 2 outs, Gunner George is in scoring position. Mr. Ragsdale up and bat. My headphones, it sounds like a jet engine flying over, but that's just this wind. Like I said, if you're in the general area, you may want to come out and see some good baseball. And both these teams are playing well today. Hot shot, just foul in the first place. That would have been extra bases for show. Been extra bases for me, but most assuredly with Mr. Ragsdale. Two balls, 2 strikes. Swing away for strike 3, so Canes leave a runner at second. We go to the top of the 5th inning, down 3-1.
I can do it for a second. Okay, let me go do it. Okay. Oh, to the right, right there, the same place it was? Yeah. Okay, we got it.
Nick Levensteins digs into the plate. Smith deals the 0-0 and is taken low for a ball. Mr. Scott Westbrook will be right back. The 1-0 from Smith is on the way and in there for a strike to even the count at 1. The 1-1 Smith is on its way and ripped into right field. So a hit for Nick Levensteins will give the Nighthawks their second hit of the ball game. Now batting third baseman number 17, Will Hardigree. Will Hardigree digs into the plate. Sorry about the absence. I'm also doing the PA. Smith's 0-0 is a curveball in for a strike to get ahead of Levenstein's. North Georgia took the lead in the top of the fourth inning on a fielder's choice to first base, and then a balk call brought in the third run of the game, and that's where we stand currently. The 0-1 is low, evening the count at 1 apiece. Smith picks off the first. But Levenstein's in there safely. I'm sorry, Will Hardigree is at the plate. Levenstein's was the one that hit the single. A bunt by Hardigree will be in time, and a barehanded catch by the second baseman Hartsfield will take Hardigree away. Now batting shortstop number 6, Jake Howard. And I will pass the mic back to Mr. Scott Westbrook.
Thank you, Christian. Appreciate you covering for me while I had to run to the restroom. I tell you, it was I'd like to say it was an uneventful trip, but it was not. Foul ball. Went in there and they had the heater at about 85 degrees, so it's lucky for you that I even came back. Went to wash my hands and then look at it. It looks like a lawn sprinkler went off at my waist. That water pressure they have in there. I may come back and take a shower there later. Man, I tell you, turn that water on, I had to get some off my ears. So 1 out, high fly ball. Hartsfield gets under it for out number 2. Since I just got back, I have no idea the guy running on second, but he's there.
Now batting center fielder number 22, Cruz Taylor.
Cruz Taylor, number 22, stands in there with 2 outs, runner at second.
Levenstein's single to right field.
Okay, Levenstein single to right, and sack bunt got him to second. Okay. Well, I'm all caught up now. Cruz Taylor, pride of Lawrenceville, Georgia, out of Archer High School. Stands in there, takes strike 1. You know, Tucker Smith, he comes in, he throws strike, you know, the first pitch is always, a lot of times a strike from Tucker.
That was one of McDonald's keys to the game.
Was it?
60% first pitch strikes.
There you go.
65.
Mm-hmm.
Good pitch.
Strike 2. Mr. Taylor stomps his feet. Mr. Taylor has his britches up above his knees. You don't see that very often like that, you know, do you really? That's getting to be the style? Okay. My son, who's a freshman in high school, prefers wearing the knicker pants as opposed to the long pants. But I suppose I need to start looking for that more and seeing kids wearing their pants like that. Okay. Because they're not as blousy as they, you know, usually are. It's kind of a little tighter fit. It's funny how these things evolve and change. And I remember when I was in high school, it's like they just come out with the long baseball pants. That was very odd and unique to see. Yeah, yeah. We just ordered our uniforms for our travel ball, and it gave the kids a choice if they wanted the shorter or the long pants. My kid chose the shorter ones, like he did last season. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner at second. Tucker Smith delivers. High fly ball. Skelton calls it, takes it right at the top of the third base coach's box, and that'll do us. No damage done. Left a runner on second. We are still down by 2. Score 3-1 with the Nighthawks over the Hurricanes. We go to the bottom of the 5th with the good guys coming up to bat. I was just curious because I mean, because the pants are a good bit. I mean,
Top of the knee.
yeah, top of the knee. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Come on,
Asking that question because I'm sure a lot of our viewers at home are curious, just like myself.
They can sleep tonight.
That's it. They can know. Yeah, they know. You know, and partially it was when my son starts deciding that that's the trend he wants to go, I need to at least.
Gotta act like you already knew.
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, you just doing that now? Oh, come on now. That's been going on forever. Third baseman Hardigree comes in, takes that high fly ball from Angelino for out number 2. A catcher, Greg Wozniak, digs in there. 2 outs. Bottom of the 5th inning. Because my kid last year when he was wearing those pants like that, he was getting into my drawer and getting some of my black compression socks is what he was wearing with them. So I mean, you look like baseball socks. See, like these right here. See those? You get to be an old man like me, you'll have to wear compression socks and all that kind of stuff. Ladies dig it. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Wozniak was ready to take that one in the shoulder, if need be. 3 balls, no strikes. Morrison throws 4 straight out of the strike zone. Puts Wozniak on. Hartsfield, our second baseman.
Now batting, second baseman number 29, Miles Hartsfield.
Miles steps in there. 2 outs, runner at first. Mr. Morrison and Tucker Smith are both working very efficiently today. This game is going as quick as a Greg Maddox type game. High fly ball left field. Steps back, walks up 1-2 steps, and takes it for out number 3. So we are going to the top of the 6th inning. Still down 3-1. North Georgia comes up to bat.
We would like to give a special thank you to the GSW Alumni Association for their sponsorship and their support for the GSW Baseball Alumni Weekend. So on behalf of all of the alumni, thank you. Leading off the top of the 6th inning, right fielder number 5, Tim Conway.
Right fielder Tim Conway steps in there. Tim hit the home run in the first inning, gave the the Nighthawks their first run of the game. I think he scored their second run of the game. One ball, one strike, nobody out. Getting a little bit warmer here. Sun's starting to warm up around us. Wind's still blowing pretty strong. In the outfield. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tucker Smith gets ready. Conway hits a line shot to center field. Jamar right over his head. Conway stands up at second for a leadoff double.
Now batting catcher number 24, Andres Perez.
How did Conway get on base? No, the last time. Because he's hit a home run, he's hit a double. Did he hit a single? I don't remember how he got on base last time. That's the problem with our shoestring budget. We don't have a good stats dude that we can lean to. Plus, my 52-year-old memory ain't quite what it used to be. Perez takes strike 1. Perez got one heck of a strike zone. It's 6-7. A little late on that one. 0-2. Conway stands at second. Wind gusts. Perez digs in, taps edges of the plate. Smith gets Wozniak's sign. Looks to second. Fires low and away. Wozniak keeps it in front of him. Perez gets out of the way. And we'll do it again at 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So we got a runner at second, 1 out. 28.
Now batting,
Bill
second baseman,
Leroy.
28, Bill Leroy.
Conway stands at second, gets his lead. One ball, no strike. 1 out, runner at second. Leroy stands back in there. One ball, no strikes. High fly ball. Second baseman Hartsfield takes it for out number 2.
Now batting, left fielder number 30, Brady Eels.
Brady Eels, the left fielder. Number 30 steps in there with 2 outs. Runner at second, Mr. Conway out there with a leadoff double. Hasn't moved with the last 2 batters. Tucker Smith fires. Strike 1. The ball. Jake Arnold, number 15, junior. Stars Mill is on deck. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Tucker Smith gets ready.
Come on, Tuck.
Ooh. Calls that ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Wozniak held that one there a little bit, give the umpire a couple seconds just to think about it, make sure that's what he wanted to credit him as a ball. High fly ball, foul territory. Skelton takes it for out number 3, and we leave that leadoff double standing right at second. So here we go. Bottom of the 6th, hoping for a rally from our Canes on the Canes Sports Network.
An update on some scores around the Peach Belt Conference. Francis Marion leads Claflin 6-0 in the bottom of the 5th inning. UNC Pembroke is beating Young Harris 3-1 in the bottom of the 4th. Georgia College is on top of Aiken 5-0 in the top of the 5th. And Columbus State leads Augusta 4-0 in the bottom of the 4th inning. the sixth inning for the Hurricanes. Shortstop, number 7, Matthew Lamotis.
Matthew Mamatis steps in there, gets ready. Face Mr. Morrison.
I'm just supposed to write their name down and send them to Miss Coombs.
One ball, no strikes,
I'll tell you what, if we could
no outs.
information, we'll have our development officer. Go.
Stay fair.
Go, Mamatas.
Stay fair.
Mamatis, ooh, man, caught right in front of the foul pole. Long out for Mamatis. So 1 out.
Now batting, designated hitter, number 34, Brant Sundin.
Brant Sundin, our designated hitter, steps in there. Prepares to face Mr. Morrison. 1 out, nobody on. Morrison still as sharp as he's been in every inning. We need to see if we can rattle him some way, get him pitch count up or something. But he's picking him up and setting our batters down the last couple innings. So
Is he going to find her? What you need? Is he going to find Miss Coombs? Yeah.
check swing, foul ball. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on. Sundin gets his bat, gets ready to step back in there, the 1-2 count. This is the first half of a doubleheader today. Once again, if you're in the general area, we have free admission. Anybody who wants to come in and watch the game. Ball 2. Capasso, they still got cookies over there?
Huh?
They still got cookies over there?
Oh, no, they're empty over there.
No more cookies? Man.
They emptied that whole thing. I think she might still have pound cake.
Well. Foul ball. Out of play. Third baseman, good effort, but I could see it was out of play from here. I think a lot of that was, he knew it was out of play. He knew, third baseman knew it was out of play when he ran into the wall over there.
Come on, Brett.
Swing tipped into the catcher's mitt for strike 3. That'll be the second out of the inning.
Now batting, third baseman, number 1, Tyler Skelton.
Skelton, our third baseman, gets in there ready to face Mr. Morrison. Take strike 1. Mr. Morrison and Tucker Smith are both very similar pitchers in the fact that they work quickly and throw a lot of strikes. Bounce that one in for ball 1. Delayed call, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Skelton talking to the umpire a little bit about it. Not enough to get him in trouble, but maybe some friendly banter about his disagreement on that called strike 2.
Let's go.
Perhaps he invited the umpire to Sunday school tomorrow morning, see if he could get convicted on that last called strike 2. If he can live with his conscience on it. Foul ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. Skelton digs in. Morrison delivers. High. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Skelton hits high. Center fielder calls everybody off, takes it in right center field for out number 3. So we're going to the top of the 7th inning. Still down 3-1 on the Canes Sports Network.
Leading off the top of the 7th inning, first baseman number 15, Jake Arnold.
First baseman number 15, Jake Arnold, stands in there. Arnold out of Peachtree City, Georgia, Stars Mill High School. Takes ball 1. High fly ball. Sound like it landed on the tennis courts. Another foul ball. Tucker Smith delivers ground ball. Skelton fields it cleanly. Double pumps, fires to first. Out number 1.
Now batting, designated hitter number 39, Nick Levenstein.
DH, Nick Levenstein. Hails from the state of Colorado. Hard ground ball, foul to the right. Levenstein's ready for next pitch. Tucker Smith bounces it in there to Wozniak. Wozniak bounces it off his chest protector and scampers down the first base line, gets it, fires it back to Tucker Smith. And Levenstein has not left the batter's box. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
That ball is done for.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody on base. Out 1. Wind blowing from left to right again, as it has most of the day. A little bit, occasionally it shifts and blows in from center field. That foul ball behind us to the right again. Maybe in the swimming pool. Levenstein's already back in there ready. Foul ball. Out of play. Levenstein going through our budget of baseballs with this one at bat. Apparently a lot of them are landing in the pool. Right field base hit just outside the outstretched body of Angelino. So yeah, I'm thinking a good many of the foul balls that Mr. Levenstein's hit went in the pool.
Now batting third baseman number 17, Will Hardigree.
Will Hardigree. Nighthawk third baseman steps in there with one out, runner at first. One ball, one strike, one out. Runner at first. Clouds roll back in. Temperature drops yet again. Tucker Smith gets ready to deliver. High, ball two. 2 balls, 1 strike. Mamadas calls for the high fly ball and gets it for out number 2.
Now batting shortstop number 6, Jake Howard.
So Hardigree retires. Levenstein stays at first. And number 6, Jake Howard. A lot of these North Georgia players are underclassmen. Not seeing a lot. Not calling a lot of seniors now, like Jake Howard here's redshirt junior. High fly ball. Landed in the lap of some North Georgia fans over there. Two balls, 1 strike. Howard steps back in there. Howard batting in the 9 spot. Ground ball, Mamadas dives, but gets just underneath his glove. So a 2-out, 9 spot hit puts runners at first and second.
Now batting center fielder number 22, Cruz Taylor.
Cruz Taylor, the leadoff batter. Junior stands in there. That'll bring Ivy Starlin out of the dugout to have a little chat with Tucker Smith. So we'll take a break as they have their meeting at the mound on the Canes Sports Network.
match coming on after this game? What match coming on after this game?
Home plate umpire went up there and busted that one up. Close game, 67-63. Auburn over Mississippi State. My two sons at that game today. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runners at first and second. Tucker Smith faces the Nighthawk leadoff batter. Two balls. One strike. Three balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runners at first and second. High fly ball, foul territory behind the GSW dugout. I believe it hit the photographer tent over there, didn't it? Right there near the cedar tree, for those familiar with the layout here at GSW's baseball stadium. Tucker Smith looks the Nighthawk runner at second base back. He was taking a generous lead. I'll give him that. As most runners do in a situation like this. Full count. 2 outs. Runners go. I'm going to foul ball. Foul ball, and I think Mr. Wozniak took the worst of it. He's going to walk it off. Umpire's going to take the ball and hand it out there to Tucker Smith. Buy a little time, probably dust off the plate. Give Wozniak a little time to regroup, and we'll do this full count, 2 outs, runners at first and second. We'll do it all over again. Foul ball. We'll do it all over again. Tim Conway on deck.
Like to face him, nobody on base?
Yeah. The way he's been swinging a bat. Yeah, we sure don't want him going up there looking for a triple. Angelino takes it, hops it, tosses it to Tucker Smith for out number 3, and that'll do us for top of the 7th inning. We'll do a little stretch, and I'm sorry, is it 7? It is the 7th inning, right? Yeah, and we'll do a little stretch and do the bottom of the 7th and hopefully get us a rally going on the Canes Sport Network.
Leading off the home half of the 7th inning, right fielder number 3, Gunnar George.
Come on, G.
Gunnar George stands in there, takes first 2 pitches, balls, 2 balls, no strikes, no outs. Gunnar George wants to get the rally started here, wants it to be on his shoulders, I guarantee you.
Come on, G.
Gunnar George, my vegetable plug over the summer. He had a little vegetable business. He was running fresh vegetables back and forth to Adale and Americus and all. And so prepackaged vegetables he was able to deliver, had a little delivery business with it. Ball 4, Gunnar George, speedy Gunnar George on first base. Reed Ragsdale, due, stepping in there. Going to have a brief chat with Coach McDonald.
Now batting, left fielder number 9, Reed Ragsdale.
Plotting their strategy here. We're going to bunt. We're going to swing. When you want to spark a rally, these are the 2 young men that get it started for you, Gunnar George and Reed Ragsdale, both of them faster than the average bear. Looked like he was going to bunt, pulled it back, took strike 1. No balls, 1 strike, no outs. Morrison still got that good pickoff move that he showed in the first inning. Ragsdale gets under that one, but not enough. Center fielder takes about 6 steps over towards left for out number 1.
Now batting, center fielder number 20, Jonathan Martin.
J. Marr steps in there. Jonathan Martin had that leadoff mammoth shot, home run. I mean, in the first inning, not leadoff, I'm sorry. But it was his first bat of the day. Hopefully he can find the same power and spot that he did the first inning and tie us up here. North Georgia has 3 runs on 5 hits, no errors. While our Canes have 1 run, 6 hits, no errors also. 2 pitchers who throw a lot of strikes and work very quickly. And Tucker Smith and Morrison. Ooh, Parker Morrison threw his little pickoff move. It was a little bit high on that one. Jake Arnold caught it and held it for just a little bit. Temperature continuing to drop out here. The clouds roll in. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. High fly ball. He sure was. He tried to tie it up with that swing. Ooh, shortstop called everybody off. Caught it. Had to dance on his back heels a little bit, but it was out too. So we got still Gunnar George parked at first base after 2 batters.
Now batting first baseman number 22, Anthony Angelino.
Number 22, Anthony Angelino, steps in there with 2 outs. Gunnar George on first. One ball, no strikes.
No, you need to
2 balls, no strikes.
don't do it and you do it. You said last time it worked for you and not us. You keep doing it.
3 balls, no strikes. Angelino.
Exactly. We don't want to do it. So it's a good thing it was a ball. That's a good thing.
Take strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs. Runner at first. Angelino looking to start a streak and maybe can do it right here. Takes ball 4. So we got runners at first and second. Little rally brewing. Wozniak, Greg Wozniak stands in there,
Now
our
batting
catcher.
Catcher number 35, Greg Wozniak.
After they announced the batter, or Georgia coach decides he wants to go out there and have a little meeting, so he's just taking his own sweet time as he walks as slowly as possible to get to the mound to have a meeting. So we'll give him we'll take a break here on the Kane Sports Network.
Well, see, that's my wife is an Auburn grad, but the kid, one of the graduate assistants, played basketball with my son. They're going to go see him. That's grad assistant at Mississippi State.
Wozniak steps in there. Ball 1, away and in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes. Wozniak gets a good single right here. Highly likely that Gunnar George can score. He'll be taken off on the crack of the bat, and he's got pretty good speed coming from second to third to home. High fly ball. Foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. North Georgia coach getting his outfield to shift towards the right after that pitch and foul ball. So he's got a lot of grass in left field. That right there got away from Perez. The runners will advance, so now they're both in scoring position. So Hurricane fans, you are hoping for a hit into left field as close to the line as possible.
We'll settle for
And that will get Angelino hopefully into home.
Oh, yo.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. I'll do it too.
You doing the bow and arrow?
Whatever we can do to get. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, yes. That's a. Yes. Line drive. The center fielder was playing in. And that scored 2 runs. Not in far enough. And then he took it off the shin, it looked like. And that right there gave Angelino the shot to waltz in. And we are at 3-3. We are all knotted up at 3. So all of us up here, including myself, was doing some voodoo magic stuff that I did not know. But when the count was 2-2 and 2 outs, we had to rub our own heads. And I decided to join in, so I'll go ahead and one of those RBIs hopefully will be attributed to me. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're knotted up at 3, and that sends Mr. Parker Morrison to the showers, and we'll get a middle reliever to come in and see what we can rattle his cage a little bit on the Canes Sports Network.
Now batting, second baseman, number 29, Miles Hartsfield.
Number 40.
Eddie Galatis in there to pitch now. Mr. Morrison is out of the game now, but the runner at first, Mr. Wozniak, belongs to him. He leaves right now with score tied with the Hurricanes have 7 hits and 3 runs. Galatis gives us his pickoff move right out of the gates. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Miles Hartsfield gets ready.
do it, Hartsfield.
Scared me.
Foul ball just out of play. Third baseman runs all the way to the fence. I believe that's Hardegree.
I didn't know how far Aiken's field was, but he juiced that. No. I was watching here. This field is weird. It's straight out.
So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Eddie Galatis, freshman, right-handed pitcher, 6'1", 195 pound. from Decatur, Georgia, Decatur High School. He obviously has heard the scouting report of Wozniak's blinding speed.
Very hidden.
Yes. He is quite fearful of him. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 out. We had a high fly ball. Did he make the catch? He did. Left fielder made a diving catch right on the baseline for out number 3, but that's not before we took 2 runs on the board thanks to Mr. Wozniak's clutch single to center field, and we're all tied up at 3 as we go to the top of the 8th on the Kane Sports Network.
Leading off the top of the 8th inning, right fielder number 5, Tim Conway.
5'11", 150-pound freshman from Richmond Hill, Georgia. Richmond Hill down near Savannah. Collins delivers. Guess that one might have been high. Ball 1. Mr. Tim Conway up to bat again. Well, I know we've got a home run and a double so far. Not sure how his he's got the single yet, but I will talk about the cycle all day long to keep him from hitting it. No, that's what I think. That's what I was saying. I was wondering if because he had the double and the single and the home run. So I mean, and he's got pretty good speed from what we've seen so far. So I mean, it's not so foreign to think that he might. Three balls, 1 strike. Mr. Conway will come back for a full count after. Yeah. Hey, with this umpire, he's made some delayed calls today. You know, he's.
A lot of thinking back there.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's got one job.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
High fly ball. Hartsfield under it. For out number 1.
Now batting catcher number 24, Andres Perez.
Andres Perez, 6'7" catcher, steps in there.
give me your thumbs. Let's go. Pick your thumbs up while you're
Yep. For out number 2, we'll pop to Mamatas.
Now batting, second baseman number 28, Bill Leroy.
So Bill Leroy, second baseman. Bill Leroy, second baseman, steps in there with 2 outs, nobody on. McCullum's working very efficiently. The top of the 8th.
What number is he? What number is he?
28, I believe.
I don't believe anything you said.
No, don't. You're not supposed to. You're doing an amazing job.
And that one will roll to the wall, ball 1.
I got you, dog.
I had to read the Declaration of Independence before.
I know. No, what you read.
High fly ball out of play.
COVID relief thing. Did you hear how long it is? It's 628 pages.
Did you read all of them?
No, but the Republicans challenged and
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs.
the Democrats to read it because there's so much in it.
Just to see how much is nothing.
Who do you?
Score knotted up at 3. 2 balls, 1 strike now. Top of the 8th inning.
That's just be repetitive.
Oh, just a bunch of the same thing. Every 10 pages, it's just the same thing.
Hurricanes have got their 3 runs on 7 hits, and UNG got theirs on 5 hits. So we're at 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Oh,
Let's go, Nick.
Evans did it too.
Nick delivers. Wow.
Swung with one hand. No damage?
Bill Leroy reaches way out there to swing at that one, almost one-handed, and
Now
it
batting,
finds its way to a single. That's just the way the ball will bounce sometimes for you. So we got a run. They have a runner at first with 2 outs. Middle of their lineup up. Brady Eels, left fielder. Ooh, almost got him. Wozniak came up firing. Roy gets up a little gingerly, favoring his left hip. Keeps punching it, hoping to loosen up whatever knotted up. Nick McCullums gets ready to deliver on a 2-ball, no strike count. High fly ball center field. Jamar takes it right almost at the wall for out number 3. No damage done on that inning. McCullums comes out, giving up no runs on 1 hit. And we're going to the bottom of the 3rd with a rally on our mind.
Scoreless half of the 8th inning in relief. We head to the bottom half. Still 3. Leading off the bottom of the 8th inning, shortstop number 7, Matthew Romanos.
Extra innings, man starts on second.
Matthew Mamadas steps in there. Bottom of the 8th. We're looking for a W today in this first game of the series.
We're going W hunting.
We're going W.
One ball, one strike, Mamadas. Looking to spark a rally. Fly ball, center field. Center fielder takes about 2 steps back and 1 over to right field and catches that one for out number 1.
Now batting, designated hitter number 34, Grant Sundin.
Our designated hitter, Brant Sundin, number 34, steps in there. No out. I'm sorry, with 1 out, nobody on base.
No, just one. His dad doesn't have fun. He doesn't want us to have fun.
I think 2 would sound good.
I do too. So you could change
Keep it from
a little change.
the tempo a little bit. I like your shirt, man.
Thank you. That's 2 over 2.
Oh, he said thanks.
Oh,
He was just very too cool for me.
thanks.
Got a battle, Sonny?
No ball, 2 strikes.
What? The top note of the GSW. I can't see the other one. Oh, okay. Well, I like that one too.
Liar.
Ooh, called strike 3 on a check swing by Sundin, so that'll get us for out number 2. Galatas still in there pitching for the Nighthawks. So far, doing some good middle relief work.
They should be ahead all the time with France.
Tyler Skelton steps in there, taps the plate. Galatas ready to work.
I don't think I was going to hit him anyway.
I think that was a knuckle slurve, wasn't it? Knuckle slurve comes in high.
Come on, Scout.
One comes in low. Skelton's.
Let's get one of those gutter walk-off homers from
Dude, if that kid went deep, oh my god.
Galatas having a hard time finding anything remotely close to the strike zone against Skelton so far.
He's done it again. He's done it again.
There's only 2 homers.
That one was
Only 2 home runs in his career.
One being a walk.
called a strike. I don't know that I agree with it, but as I found out many times, my opinion doesn't matter when it comes to balls and strikes, unless I'm wearing the chest protector and black mask and black little hat behind the catcher. And that was a ball. So we've got 3 balls, 1 strikes, 2 outs. Skelton adjusting his bat and gloves. Digs in, taps the plate. Galatas ready to work.
No, she just wanted to know information.
Calls that a strike. Oh my goodness. Give Perez that strike should be credited to Perez after picking it up out of the dirt and pulling it back up in the zone.
I did it earlier. I'm about to do it again after this.
Skelton saw what I saw on that one. Fighting everything in him not to say anything.
Come on, Scout.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nobody on. Skelton looking to hit one, but swung and missed. And that'll do it for the bottom of the 8th. We are going to the 9th inning, ladies and gentlemen, all tied up. Something's got to give. Hopefully it'll be in the bottom of the inning when we return back tied, if we can hold them this time on the Kane Sports Network.
It says we got to stay on the air after the game. Did you see that? Okay.
We would like to take this time again to thank the people for their commitment in sponsoring the GSW Locker campaign. Al Bonagura, Bill Chappell, Boyd Hagerson, Brett Payne, Dane and Shannon Shepard, David Bales, Greg Williams, Jeff and Amy Benton, Josh and Ashley Drew, Josh and Christy McDonald, Justin and Carly McDonald, Lamar and Diane McDonald, Ty Turner in honor of Lee Turner, Lou Chase, Marty McDonald, Matt and Crystal Terry, and Dr. Michael Pruitt.
Oh, the picture. That picture, yeah.
We would like to remind any baseball alumni to please come down to the third base dugout and be led out onto the field for a group picture following Game 1.
I'm Nick.
Leading off, first baseman number 15, Jake Arnold.
Jake Arnold will lead off with a foul ball for the Nighthawks. One ball, one strike. McCullum delivers. Foul ball. One ball, two strikes. Ooh. Out of play or? Nope, out of play. One ball, two strikes. I want to remind everybody tonight the Southland girls will face Westfield in the Storm Dome. I'll be there for that game. Mr. Arnold stood there and watched strike three go back. He'll put that strike three looking in his back pocket and walk back to the dugout.
Or the whistle. The Yankees whistle.
Now batting, designated hitter.
Whole community rooting for the Southland girls as Ty Kinslow hopes to coach them to a state championship. McCullum delivers and foul. Mr. Levenstein's had a pretty productive day. The plate. Likes to get right back in that batter's box. He doesn't stay out of it very long. He's ready for the pitch each time. He was ready to take that one. 0-2. No balls, two strikes, one out. Knotted up at 3 in the top of the 9th inning. Wind blowing from left to right. Flag not as strong of a wind as it was earlier, but still blowing. Thought the wind was going to help us out in this game today. We had 2 solo shot home runs in the first inning, one by each team. No home runs since, though. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out.
Going down the line. I love it.
McCullums gets the sign from Wozniak. Wozniak sets. Golfed one into right field. Gunnar George fields it cleanly, gets it back in and holds him at first. So a 2-out single to right field by Levenstein gives them a base runner. Top of the 9th. We're all knotted up at 3.
Now batting, third baseman number 17, Will Hardegree.
Will Hardegree, the third baseman, stands in there with a runner at first. Hardegree played some time at USC Upstate. Hails from the mean streets of Auburn, Georgia, just outside of Athens. Hardegree takes strike one. I'll remind the fans that we're going to have, in between games, we're going to honor a lot of the past players, alumni of GSW baseball, so you may want to stick around for that. I know the cameraman's going to be down there and try to film some of it. May have him. Got him. Great pickoff move. And was that Levenstein? Oh, they had a pinch runner in there. Who was that? I don't know. Whoever it is pinch running himself right back to the dugout after being caught leaning and tagged out at second. So we got 2 outs now, nobody on. 0-1 count. Hardegree takes ball 1. Scoreboard shows 3 runs, 7 hits, no errors for UNG, and 3 runs, 7 hits, no errors for our Hurricanes. 2 balls, 1 strike. Nighthawks took a risk and paid for it by trying to steal second and 2 outs, but Hardegree connects into center field, line drive for a base hit. Runner at first.
Now batting shortstop, number 6, Jake Howard.
Jake Howard batting in the 9 spot, shortstop, ready to face McCullen. Runner at first. We'll see if we can pick him off.
Thank God.
Jake Howard, LaGrange, Georgia, from LaGrange High School.
Hanging out with your girlfriend.
Very open relationship.
Very open.
1 ball, no strikes.
The 2 girls never meet. Like, they know it's happening.
Come on, Nick.
Nick gets ready to deliver. A 1-0 count. 2-0. Umpire behind home plate's been relatively consistent all afternoon. There was a couple of, especially last inning against Skelton, there was one pitch that that I don't believe was a strike that Perez had to pull up and pull it in the strike zone. He gave him credit for it, but he's called that one outside on the outside corner all day long, so that was made that count 2-1. He's had a delayed count, a call on some of them, and caught some people trying to. Thought it was a ball forward and having to come back and get in the batter's box. Swing and a miss. We got 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at first. McCollum ready to deliver to the number 9 batter for the Nighthawks. More fans have arrived in the left field area. Like I said, I think that's some of the alumni baseball players, kind of the younger generation out there. Chopper to the third baseman. Skelton fields it cleanly. Fires it to Angelino. 4 out, number 3. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to the bottom of the 9th inning, all knotted up. Looking for a walk-off on the Canes Sports Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is rally time at Hurricane Stadium. Break out the rally hats, cup stacking, or any other superstitions. Watch your Canes look for a walk-off win.
Hey, we're going to win this game. Westbrook, you better fire them up over here now. Let's go. Come on, Westbrook. You need some help. You can come in here and call it with you. Why don't you do this last inning? No, I'll call it with you. I'm done with it.
We got pitching. Gladys.
Some kid.
You go do the next game, right? You go broadcast the next game, right? Yeah. I'll Nelson.
do it up until I have to leave for the basketball game.
Leading off the ninth inning for the Hurricanes, right fielder number 3, Gunnar George.
The spark plug from Adel, Georgia steps in there, ready to get us going on the bottom of the ninth inning. Ready to get the rally going. Mr. Gunnar George digs in, ready for the delivery from Gladys. Gladys delivers strike one. I wonder how close Gunnar George lives to Sparks, Georgia.
Come on, G.
0-2. If he gets on base now, he's going to have to do it with 0-2 count.
That's all baseball. Yeah. Not at all.
I can tell you right now that that's it. Strike 3. So Gladys delivers 3 strikes, and we got the top of the lineup, pride of Sly County, Georgia, Reed Ragsdale.
Left fielder number 9, Reed Ragsdale.
Gets ready. As I said, out in the left field, we've got a great group of fans out there, and it's pretty much all baseball alum is what the players are telling me up here. So I imagine that left fielder is getting an earful out there right now. Excuse me. Reed takes ball 1. Ragsdale, no stranger to needing clutch hits. I think he played for 2 state championship teams in Ellaville, Georgia. Foul ball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Guys, be nice to Brian. He's kind of slow sometimes.
He's got his protection.
Gladys delivers. Ball 2, 2 balls, 1 strike. Now, as I've said, Reed Ragsdale, he gets on base. He's got good speed. I'd be surprised him to try to swap a bag. But he can always hit one over the fence right here if he wants, and we can all go home. He was swinging for the fence on that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes. He's got 2 home runs on the year, 1 at Young Harris and 1 at Aiken. Let's get one in Americus right now. No, got under it a little too much. Looks like the center fielder called everybody off. Took that one for out number 2. All right, Jamar. Jamar started the game off on us with a solo shot. He can end it with one right here.
Now batting, center fielder number 20, Jonathan Martin.
Jonathan Martin from Irwinville, Georgia. Irwin County. I thought all the ball players came out of Ocilla from Irwin County. I didn't know they came from Irwinville. 1 ball, no strikes. Jamar played right field some of the past years, playing center field this year. 2 balls, no strikes. Looks like they're going to maybe try to pitch around him after they saw what happened first inning. I don't know. We'll see if Gladys comes at him on this 2-0 count. Bounces it in. Perez lets it roll back. Andres Perez, Eddie Perez's son, 6'7" catcher. Jamar gets on base with a intentional, unintentional walk.
Now batting, first baseman number 22, Anthony Angelino.
Anthony Angelino, one of two New Jersey players on the Hurricane roster. Got a runner at first. The winning run stands right there. Takes his lead. Galatis throws it high to Angelino.
Yeah, imagine if we were, imagine we got Texas A&M right now. Ball six.
One ball, no strikes. Perez delivers his sign. Galatis decides to do a pickoff. Jamar gets back. Get the dirt out of his uniform. Takes his lead again. Perez gives a sign. Galatis delivers.
I think Ant could have taken that to the stratosphere.
I think so too. That was one Angelino would love to have back, I believe. One ball, one strike. Oh, off of Eddie Perez's face. I'm sorry, Andres Perez's face. And we're going all the way to third with that one.
Let's go! Come on, Ant. Let's go, Ant.
Galatis one hops one's off the catcher's face. Rolls all the way almost to the dugout of the Nighthawks. Jamar with his speed gets all the way to third base. We got the winning run 90 feet away. We're going to have to regroup and lick our wounds after that one if we're Nighthawks and try to calm down, see if we can come up with some strategy against the Hurricane. So what we're going to do is we're going to let them time this coach walk out to the mound with a calendar, and then we'll take a break and come back on the Cane Sports Network.
I have it on there, actually.
So Angelino stands back in there. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Win and run 90 feet away. With a fleet of foot, Jonathan Martin.
Not at all.
High.
Actually, at this point,
3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs.
they're probably going to what's it called?
Wozniak is on deck.
Yeah, the problem is you got Waz, too.
Waz got a clutch hit last at bat. It's the one that tied us up. Angelino, 3-1. Ooh, ball 4. Ball 4.
As soon as the ball crossed the plate, you
Perez looks back to Jamar. He can look back all he wants to, but if we get a pass ball or wild pitch, Perez, he's coming down that line, brother. I can promise you that.
Now batting, catcher number 35, Greg Wozniak.
Greg Wozniak, our catcher, stands in there, digs in. We need a pass ball, wild pitch. It ain't got to get too far from Perez, and I got money that Jamar is going to be standing at home.
Let it play. Stay out there.
Knotted up at 3. 2 outs, runners on the corners. High, ball 1. Galatis, after throwing 3 straight strikes to Gunnar George at the leadoff, cannot find the strike zone all of a sudden.
Come on, Waz.
even a squeaker.
Perez studying the Nighthawk dugout long and hard, enough to where Waz steps out. Perez gives a signal. Galatis delivers. Low and away.
Don't help him.
Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Hey, get a little taller, Blue. Get a little taller. Too short.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. No argument there. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
For how loopy that is, it's not bad. His curveball, for how loopy it is.
Just because it's like unexpected.
Yeah.
He throws that curveball a lot of times with one strike. And it just kind of freezes our guys because, I mean, I guess they're expecting fastball. Ooh, high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs on Waz. We got to do our little voodoo thing. Last time we did it, we hit it out. And it was on Waz. I know what I'm saying. And we did it last time. Y'all had me doing this pagan mess up here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners on the corner. Hot shot. Shortstop dives. Safe. That's it. Walk off. We win. Canes win. Canes win. Waz comes through. 4-3. Nighthawks will take that L to Dahlonega, Georgia, and will have to lick their wounds and come back and face us again in just a few minutes. Now, we get some alumni players out on the field. Y'all stick around and watch. I'm gonna let the broadcast go silent a little bit. The camera was going to stay on the field. We're going to let the players celebrate and some of the alumni come out there and celebrate with them, get some good pictures. And y'all join us in a little bit for the second game. I'll be starting the second game, but I'll hand it over for Christian for the rest of it so I can go see that Southland basketball game tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. What a great game. Let's carry this momentum into the next one on the Canes Sports Network.
We would like to ask all alumni to please make their way to the third base dugout for a group picture. We also invite everybody to stay for game 2 because couldn't be better than game 1.
in the studio trying to fight me. Get American pie, take her bite out. That's my house. I disconnect the cable and turn the lights out. Let her know her grandchild is a baby, not a paycheck. Private school, daycare, medical bills, I pay that. I left your mom and everything. See, I ain't gonna want to stay down. You wanna really get start a taxi war, my mom used to stay down. She never got a chance to hear my side of the story, we was divided. She had this fire, took out for the child birthday, I invited, just fighting. I show her the utmost respect when I fall through. All of you, you would defend that lady when I call you. Miss Jackson. About it, need some need pads. It happened for a reason, one can't be mad. So know this, know that everything's cool. And yes, I will be present on the first day of school and graduation. Miss Jackson. Infidelity can be cheating, beating, and the to the G, they do the same thing. Who you placing the flame on? You keep on singing that same song. Let bygones be bygones. You gon' get the hell on you and your mom. Silent Miss Jackson. Another suffering from a sack, a 99-cent heart attack. I got a pounding head and an aching back, and the camel's stirred in a big straw stack. I'm gonna live where the green grass grows, watching my corn pop up and roast. Every night be tucked in close to you. Raise our kids where the good Lord's best. Point our rocking chairs towards the west. Plant our dreams where the peaceful river flows, where the green grass grows. caught the first bus I could hop from there. But all of this glitter is getting dark. There's concrete growing in the city park. I don't know who my neighbors are.